So let's have a look for Pisces, whether you are a Piscean bride or a Piscean groom, or maybe you've got an ascendant that's Pisces and you want to have a look at the Pisces, what your wedding will look like. So what will the guests look like? Are there any arguments, hookups? What is your dress going to look like? What is the groom's party dress going to look like? There's all these kinds of factors within. What's the party? What's the catering? We need to have a look at all these aspects. So without further ado, let's have a look what the overall influence of the overall look of your wedding for Pisces is going to be. This is for Pisces today. What will your wedding overall look like? For Pisces. So your overall look, feel of your wedding is going to be Seven of Spring. This is a good card for you to actually have because it's sticking up to your beliefs. Sometimes family will say, oh no, it's best to get married in this way, have a wedding like that. So this for yourself is sticking up for your wants, wishes and desires of how it is going to be. So there might be some kind of conflicts going on, but you can sort that out as long as you put your point across of how it is going to be. So it's going to be a lovely union. This is actually the marriage card, so it'll be a happy marriage overall. So one of those things, it might be culture. Maybe the two of you are from different cultures, different morals of how things are going to be, different traditions within the family. So this is why sticking to your side of things. A lot of the times when two people do come from two different ways of working, it can be together. So you can do some of their traditions and some of your ideas and traditions. So that's it over a field for that. And with the Prince of Spring here, it's taken into action. This is going to be one of those weddings where you've got to think on your feet, really push through things that you do want. So that's a kind of overall energy to get things started. So let's have a look at the guests, see if there's any problems with the guests or things that we've forgotten about the guests. So this is for Piscean weddings. For the guests. So let's have a look for Pisces. So the guests at a Piscean wedding, well, it's definitely going to be a wonderful affair. So I think a lot of your family for Pisces have really wanted this to happen for a long time. So they're extremely happy that it's coming together and that you are going to be part of the family. So your in-laws and their in-laws are going to be very happy about this union. It'll be a rich affair. There'll be a lot of great gifts, great clothes of the guests. So, yeah, really honour them by maybe giving them little party bags on and really going to town for the guests. It'll be worth it. And the King of Summer, this is wonderful. So this aspect is that guests will really trust the whole process. So, you know, if some of them have initially not agreed with the theme or where it is, this is all about trust and love. So overall, I think everyone's going to have such a great time. And, you know, this is absolutely perfect for Piscean when we have that element of heart, of water, of yinness. So, you know, I see a lot of people coming together as guests and really saying how much they love one another in their own marriages, in relationships. And it's just going to be a really beautiful affair. And the Chariot. So this is the Cancerian feel to the whole wedding with guests particularly. So I see that a lot of guests are going to come from afar and really make things be really homely. So, if there was an idea of having part of the wedding at home under a marquee or something like that, that's really good. But remember, coming together, heart, body, and soul, to actually sort this out. So look at transportation with guests. This is important for some, and of course within the wedding party itself. So if there's any extra little guests and they need to be accommodated in the party, then limousines, horse and carriages, all those kind of things may need to have a look at. All right. So that was that. So let's have a look at the dresses, what the bridal party are going to be wearing. See if there's any hiccups there. So this is for the dresses, suits, jewellery, all sorts of things. This is for Piscean dress at your wedding. Ruin the staging. Right, this is for Pisceans. So, first energy is the 9 of winter. So maybe you're doubting the colours of what's going on in the wedding party. Maybe you're doubting that dresses will be ready, finances. This is a negative feel to the situation. And maybe your partner's had a bit of a joke with you about what they're wearing. So you might be feeling a little bit off about the whole thing, but relax. It's clothes. Don't fear the worst. Just be very, very positive about everything. See, you've got the star. So when you have the star, this means hope, faith. So having faith in dressmakers, ordering things from overseas or whatever it is that you seem to be concerned about, just relax. The star is about hope, nurturing that aspect within that. So this has got a very Aquarian feel to it. So I can see your concern if you're very traditional and the other person is a bit, wacky in their dress sense and you don't know what they're going to be wearing. Rest assured that things are fine. Just go with the flow because you are marrying the person for the person and not what's happening at a wedding. But yeah, everything's fine. And the 2 of winter, so you've got that kind of choice aspect of it. So with clothes, everyone's going to enjoy themselves anyway. They're just happy you two are getting together. So it doesn't really matter whether you wear something traditional or not. You're all going to look fabulous anyway. So really go with your heart with this wedding party clothes and make the decision from your intuition because, at the end of the day, people have to look at this day and age about 2 people getting married and lasting some distance. Do you know what I mean? So, yes, the clothes are vitally important. However, just make that decision about where you do want to go with it. All right? So, yeah, don't let it stress you out because some of you are being a little bit overly concerned there. So let's have a look at the party, the dancing and the speeches and the food. Right, what makes a great gathering? Right, this is for Pisceans, obviously, for the party atmosphere. Let's have a look. So, it's all very exciting. Congratulations on the wedding. Right, for Pisces. So the first aspect is it's going to be a lot of fun. So this was the overall part of the energy at the beginning of the reading. So things can happen quite fast. So it's with a kind of aspect that timing between the one event of actually getting married and the party might need a little bit of quickness to it. Maybe the weather spoils things or makes things happen a little bit great. So maybe with the photographs, there are rainbows and something beautiful, and you have to really take the marriage service to the party a little bit of speed. Got to take a lot of action there. So if you've booked your catering with certain people and they cancel or whatever like that, really make sure you've got a backup plan. Always have a backup plan with catering, okay? Also, you got the Hermit. So, yeah, this is interesting when we're on a party. So, yeah, so some people might not want to, like if some of you are getting married on ships, yachts, boats abroad, that this is all about considering all the guests, but also how you two are. So this is going to take a lot of kind of consideration to what you actually want. This is your wedding between you and your partner. And like I said before, if you two have different traditions or ideas, you have to go with the flow, Pisceans, which is good. So before you actually both have discussed things, if it needs to be discussed, because some partners like to surprise the other person, this is very much about knowing exactly what you want, being determined because of the Seven of Spring at the beginning. So know your mindset, the two of you, and be strong together, united. So it is with united that you will need to carry on these themed weddings or themed parties. All right. And also you've got ego. So when we said the two ideas from different people, you and your partner, or you and the in-laws, or your own parents, we have to break away from certain things. Foremost, it is important to know this is your day. So the party theme might not be suiting everyone. The catering might not be suiting everyone. The traditional. So, weddings can be extremely expensive, and sometimes we can have to cut certain corners. So this is why it's always a good idea to have a backup of catering, an easier option perhaps. So this is breaking away from habits. So those kind of traditions and habits that you might need to break away from is there. So remember, it is your wedding, yours and your partner's. And those two people have to make a marriage last. So, try and be in synchronization with that. Stay on top of it. Should be fine. And all that. So have a great wedding. It looks good overall. Enjoy the theme, or if you get married abroad. Lots of love to you all. I'll see you in the next video.